literally there was bare metal hanging in the wheel well that if we had turned too tight, the tire would have shredded.
Welcome to the Adventure Closet. I'm Liz, and this is Charlie. We are two 80s and 90s kids that never lost their sense of wonder. We're all over the map, exploring wild and abandoned places, discovering rocks, geology, and history of different areas, all while living and traveling in our minivan Opal. I guess you can say our life is a mixtape of adventures, so hop in the van, hit the subscribe button, and let's go somewhere.
This is what's known as a velvet ant, or a cow killer, because of how painful the bite is. That's something you don't want to mess with. I mean, it's got the name cow killer. Heard about these. This is probably it's probably the third one I've found. The second one was on the other side of the van at one point, and the first one was, I think, in Arizona. But the one in Arizona was more red, and this one's orange. So, just thought I'd share it. It's kind of cool. Good morning.
Good morning.
We're doing our first podcast today.
Yes. I'm a little bit nervous. I've never done one.
Yeah, me either. We're hoping we can hear them from where the phone is.
Yeah. I'm kind of glad we've been doing a lot of video chats with Miles in my boots.
Yeah.
It kind of has warmed us up a little bit to the idea, but...
Yeah.
Like, we put ourselves on YouTube, like, all the time, twice a week, and don't even think about it. But all of a sudden, we're going to be, live, pretty much, talking to people we've never really talked to in person before. We've talked to Martin from roaming southern Norway, like online through chat, but never voice to voice. So we are looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Here's a van life tip for you guys. So these Magic Bullet blenders hardly use any energy off the jackery, but oatmeal, banana, instant coffee, and a milk of your choice. We use, what kind of milk do we have today?
Oat milk.
Oat milk. Oh, oat milk with our oatmeal. And just blend it, and then you have like breakfast and coffee in one, and no cooking required. And it's like 6 something in the morning. So that's why.
We're not morning people. Like, this is the second time we've had to set our alarm this year.
Well, I shouldn't say, like, we don't sleep in super late, but
no, we don't. But
we're just not spunky in the morning.
We got our Magic Bullet for $10 at a thrift store in Ajo,
Arizona. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a deal.
It was. It's paid for itself because 2 smoothies is $10.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful morning.
It's a beautiful morning. Let's go outside for a while. That's what we do every morning.
Yeah.
We go outside for a while.
Well, we live in there.
Yeah. Fortunately, we haven't had too many rainy mornings where we've had to stay inside for a while.
Yeah, only a couple.
Ever since we left Washington. That's weird.
Wind is actually more of an issue for us than rain. Because it's hard to cook in the wind when you got to cook outside.
Yeah. And your hat blows off. And
your hat blows off. Mine doesn't.
And dishes and stuff on the table are flying everywhere. It's It's rough. It's a rough life.
Yeah. So this morning I'm going to show you how to make one of our favorite breakfasts. We really don't have a name for it. When we ate eggs, we used to call it eggs and oatmeal. But we no longer eat eggs, so we substitute the eggs for tofu. But if you eat eggs, you should try this.
It's tofu oatmeal.
It's tofu oatmeal. No, but it's not tofu oatmeal.
I don't know what it's called. It needs you guys name it. What is it?
Yeah, what is it? It's kind of this, it's very strange. Like when I first saw somebody making something like this, we kind of have evolved it into our own recipe. I was like, oh, that's gonna be gross. So, but we decided to try it anyway because we're adventurous, and we absolutely love it. It's
a staple.
Yeah, it's a staple meal now for us.
Probably 3 times a week, maybe more. We have it for breakfast. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good, easy breakfast. Yeah, so I'll show you how to make it. So what I do is I cut the tofu into little bite-sized pieces, and I season it with, I put it in a bag with cornstarch, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, and pepper. And you do all those to taste. So this is the easy way to do it. For you, if you eat eggs, go ahead and cook up some eggs kind of like that with the same kind of seasoning. And from here, we then have oatmeal, which I'll show you next. Fry this up until you get this nice golden brown. And you want it a little crispy if you're doing tofu. If you do the eggs the way you like them. Over easy's probably good. I used to like mine with a little bit of runny I used to like mine with a little bit of runny yolk in it, so that's good. Then you make your oatmeal. I like mine a little firm. I don't like it super watery, but make your oatmeal however you want. Here's where yours is going to be a little different. If you have egg, you want to put a layer of egg on your oatmeal, or just you put your egg, 1 or 2, however many eggs you want. And so this is substituting our egg. You're going to want to put salsa on. Now you can use red salsa, green salsa, any kind of salsa you like your favorite salsa should go on here. And that goes over your egg. So you have oatmeal, and then egg, then salsa. So the reason we use this guacamole salsa is we don't always have the final step of the avocado. So this kind of gives us the avocado flavor and the salsa in one, and we just do that. But today we have avocado going on top too. So we'll do that. We'll do the salsa layer next. Insert clip of doing the salsa here. I don't know how to do the salsa. So. Now I hear you guys. Salsa on oatmeal? Ugh. I mean, you get it, eggs are a breakfast thing, and oatmeal's a breakfast thing, so they might go together, but salsa? Trust me. Try it. You might be surprised. We were. Like, we do it a lot now. Then you take your avocado and you put it on top of your salsa layer, like so. Beautiful. See? Cooking show. So then you have your oatmeal, egg layer, which is tofu for us, and then salsa layer and avocado layer, and it is bomb diggity. Like this is good stuff. It's even better when you have fresh avocado, but if you don't and you have just the salsa, then it's good with just the oatmeal, egg or tofu layer, and then salsa. as long as you get the guacamole salsa. And this Herders salsa is pretty good. It seems like a lot of steps, but it's a pretty quick and easy meal. And it's very cheap too, because it's oatmeal and salsa. What'd you say? And nutritious, yeah. Yep. All right, I'm gonna enjoy this. Bye now. When you're driving a road in a sort of lower profile car, not an off-road vehicle, not a pickup, not something with a lot of clearance, it's possible to get to places that you would need a higher clearance for. You just have to know how to navigate the road. And it's difficult in places because you have to know exactly where your low points are in your car, and you have to know where your tires are going to hit. So, like if there's a deep rut in the road on either side, then you're going to need to put one set of tires right in that middle of that rut, and the other set of tires you're going to need to put just on the side of the road. Now you may scrape your paint a little bit, you might get a little scratches on your car. Sometimes they'll buff out, sometimes they're just your car earning its stripes by going down these roads. And let's see what else we got. Oh, rocks. There are a lot of rocks on this road that we're on right now that if I weren't swerving to get around them and placing my tires on the big rocks to go over them, then they would definitely ding up the bottom of my car, possibly break something. Some cars you really have to watch out for because the oil filter hangs low, and if you pop your oil filter, you ain't going nowhere without ruining your car. You're dumping oil all over the road, and it's a big mess and a big hassle. And if you're somewhere without cell service and you lose all your oil in your oil filter, you're going to be walking pretty far to go recover. A good habit to be in when you're driving mountain roads or, just gravel roads in general is turn your headlights on. It makes you more visible to other people coming down the road. And the more visible you are to somebody who might be in a side-by-side screaming down the road, the better, because they don't have a lot of time to brake, and they, might not see you until it's too late. And that would just ruin your day. And why are there more rocks on this road today than there was yesterday?
Must have been tearing through here.
Yeah. Like, this is bad right here. So, yeah, you just have to know where you're going to hit and hope. I mean, some of these rocks are definite butt clenchers, where you like tense up and clench your butt, and you're like, oh, is it gonna hit? Is it gonna hit? But as long as you know the height of your car versus the height of the rock that you're going over, you should be able to be okay. Don't be afraid to get out of your car and move the big rocks, or have your co-pilot do that.
That's my job.
Also, don't be afraid to have your co-pilot step out or your passengers step out to give yourself just a little bit more clearance on the road. There are times that we need to do that also. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the basics of driving down a mountain road. Don't go through mud, don't go through soft sand. Know your limits, know when you'll get stuck, have recovery equipment with you, always have a jump starter just in case, tow rope, a hand winch is nice to have. Let people know where you're going. There's a lot of like basic things, just like, you know, going out in the woods anywhere, you're going to want to let people know where you're going. Oh, dips. Watch out for dips, because you also need to know your angle of entry and your angle of exit for your car, because sometimes you have a lot of overhang on your back tires, and if you go up a steep hill, your back end will bottom out and scrape. Or if you go down a steep hill, your front bumper or the front end of your car could also scrape. So angle of entry, angle of exit are important things to figure out on your car. This information is not going to be online anywhere. Sometimes you do just have to, you know, test your limits very slowly in your vehicle, and you may get some bumps or scrapes. Don't do this in your brand new Tesla or brand new BMW Roadster, whatever. Know your limits. Yeah, so watch out for potholes. Watch out for humps too, because if a hump is too great and your car is long, you can high center yourself on a hump in the road. This is a good road to be driving down while I'm making this video, because I'm hitting all of these obstacles as I'm telling you. And that's why I'm making this video, is so that you know that, I mean, I can take this minivan a lot of places, as you've seen if you watch our videos. And, you know, we've scraped a few times, we've had a few flats. You just have to be prepared. Don't go too fast. Take your time. It looks like I'm going really fast on camera, but I'm not. I'm 7 miles an hour here. And I'll slow down when I reach something else. Yeah, so that's some tips on driving gravel roads and mountain roads and basically just rough roads. Also, I almost forgot, this one's important. We learned this on our journeys here. Pay attention to the weather, because a road that's easy to drive down could turn to solid mud and in just a little bit of rain, and you will be stuck, because like Utah mud, Arizona mud, New Mexico mud, probably Colorado mud, basically any road that can turn into mud that isn't like completely graveled. Be aware of the weather. Be aware of the weather anyway. That's just a good tip. If you guys have any tips, go ahead and drop them in the comments, and I would love to hear your tips for driving a normal vehicle down a not so normal road.
Well, hi guys. I don't know if you remember a while back, we had some car trouble with the Opal, and her strut broke.
And had to get towed, and we spent the night in a hotel. But, well, today we're hearing a little bit of noise. And I went and I looked at the strut that we just had replaced. We actually had both front struts replaced. And I looked down, and the sway bar has come off of the strut, like the mount for the sway bar on the strut itself, like the metal is broke. And yeah, that's just odd. And now our sway bar is disconnected and bent. And we're going to bring it to Les Schwab because that's where we had our struts replaced. Because honestly, yeah, we treat her a little rough, but there's no reason that sway bar should have broken off within 5,000 miles.
Yeah, something was up. And I remember when they went to install it, there was something else, another part they were going to add, and they came in and asked if it was okay to replace something, and then we said yes, and then the guy came back and said, oh no, the mechanic was able to squeeze it together or something. And I wonder if they kind of didn't do a thorough job, but maybe we were too rough on her. I don't know.
So we're 131 miles from a Les Schwab, and we are going to limp her there.
Yeah.
And they're closed today.
You know what sucks is we're like at the gateway to the Rockies, and we have to go over them to get there, so we're like kind of speeding by. Maybe we'll have to come back. I don't know. I wasn't even going to pick up the camera and talk to you guys about this, but I realized that we kind of tell you guys everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly of our adventures here. And the bad parts are adventures too. These are the things you remember most sometimes, is the bad days. So, yep, we'll figure it out, and hopefully Les Schwab will do the right thing. Unless it's our fault, then we gotta do the right thing. So, yep.
Oh, we do.
Everywhere we go.
Whew, it is 91 degrees and we are at Seep Springs, BLM area, Bureau of Land Management. Oh boy, it's hot. We made it. She's making a lot more noise right now, but we're hoping that she'll be okay. We're gonna have some dinner, spend the night, and head off to get her fixed in the morning. But I think we might see if we find a couple rocks here and there while we wait. She already found a couple rocks.
It's beautiful.
It's like rose quartz almost. That one looks like a rose quartz.
Almost like a carnelian. It's more orangey to me.
Well, yeah, the bottom's orange, but the top's red. Yeah.
There's a lot of mica here. That shiny is mica. Just kicked up this giant piece of schist. Look at that. That's beautiful. Oops, I just dropped my other rock, but this one's cooler, so. I'm a fan of schist, especially when there's garnets in it. Not in this one though, maybe. Actually, there might be one right there. Do you guys see it? Maybe wishful thinking. It's beautiful. And I better not forget the one I dropped, I guess. Check out this piece of schist.
Piece of schist.
Who you talking to? You think you're funny. I like it. Check out this sedimentary layer here. Like between the sandstone. You got these big old knobby rocks.
People have been chipping away at them too.
Check this rock out. Man, that is beautiful. I like it. That's my word today. My words. Ooh, what's this? I like it too.
Pink grasshopper. To match the pink ground.
Wow.
That's pretty. Sounds like we got a generator boy on our hands.
He's Muffler Boy's cousin.
Must be.
You know, why does Generator Boy always have somebody yelling?
Because he's got to be able to hear them over the generator.
Oh, that's true.
It's a beautiful night. You can't see anything, but you might be able to see the full moon.
Cannon?
It's,
Canyon?
yeah, I don't know.
Canyon City?
It's gonna be a city.
It's over there.
Yeah.
You guys tell us. How do you pronounce it?
Quarter mile. Turn right onto Syracuse.
Ow! My hand is hot. Good news. They honored their warranty and covered the sway bar link and the strut and the labor and the alignment. However, we did get new back shocks because we kept slamming on the back. But we just did that less than 6 months ago.
Remember back,
In a quarter
where were
mile,
we?
turn left
When we
on
had
Colorado
our
16 west.
when we had our flat tires 75 miles from pavement, we replaced that tire and our back shocks at that point.
In Delta, Utah, I think.
Yeah.
We'll link the video in case you want to watch it.
But we had our shocks replaced then, and had them looked at while we were getting the front fixed, and they said that the back driver's side was leaking, which the back driver's side, we hit a bump hard, and not even hard, and it would just go BAM! Right on the frame and just jolt you.
It was bad. Yeah, I think the shocks that were put in the back were probably
cheap.
Not the best. But it, it's what the guy had, so can't really blame the guy. He had them in stock for us.
Yeah.
But yeah, so here we are again. So do you recall what the brand of the strut is that they put in?
No.
Well, the guy at Les Schwab said that it's it's a really good brand, should hold up well for us. And
oh, the shock?
Yeah.
Oh, the shocks were KYBs or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. But I would recommend, if you're gonna do a build out on a van, make sure that you invest in good struts. If you know they're going out, or you just want to do it ahead of time, put your money there.
Your whole suspension system needs to be a little beefier. I mean, I wish we had the money to put in like a much beefier suspension, and like a 3-inch lift would be nice. But
yeah. And if you're gonna use a tire service company, Les Schwab is great. They are a little bit pricier, but
a lot sometimes.
They really do pull through for you if issues come up. So, yeah, we've had, we've saved money by using Walmart for things like tires. But the service on they wouldn't even rotate our tires that we just bought.
From Walmart.
From Walmart, because one of what they call it, a rail.
Our pinch rails were broken.
Our pinch rails were bent in a spot. So.
And this guy's like, I can't rotate your tires because your pinch rails are all bent out of shape.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what's that mean? And he's like, he looks at me like I'm stupid. Like everybody's supposed to know what a pinch rail is. Do you guys know what a pinch rail is? If you do, drop in the comments. If you don't, I'll tell you in a second. Okay, a pinch rail is the thing under your car that you hook the jack to so it kind of stabilizes it, and and you lift your car with that. It's not even something very important. Ours are bent because apparently this thing's been jacked up too many times. Maybe it's had too many flat tires or something, I don't know. But, yeah. Anyway, our pinch rails were bent so they couldn't rotate the tires that we bought from Walmart. At Walmart.
But Les Schwab
just did it for free.
No problem. So
Now Les Schwabs aren't everywhere, and I'm not saying that do everything at Les Schwab.
Yeah, you guys saw we had to drive like 160 miles out of our way to find one. Yeah. We were lucky that there was one even that close. But top-notch service there, always. I've gone there my whole life, since I've been driving.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
We had to pay for our shocks.
But, if you want a job done right and done well, even though we did have to go back on warranty on that, right?
Yes, that's true, yeah. But that would probably be the manufacturer's issue of the actual strut, not Les Schwab's fault.
Yeah, or not our driving at all.
No, couldn't be our driving. Couldn't have been our driving. We only stay on the flattest roads, and we never have gone over anything other than like maybe the smallest bump. So.
And it's not on film or anything.
No. It's just a good thing we're not famous YouTubers yet, because then they'd be like, no, we saw your video. We're not replacing this under warranty. Honestly, I still don't think it was our fault.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way. We've done so much more on the previous struts, which broke. Anyway.
And you were honest with the guy at Les Schwab about,
we were.
We're a little heavy, and
Yeah. And we rolled in covered in dirt.
Yeah. We didn't wash her before going in, it's obvious. And they were totally fine.
Boy, just that bump. I can tell that the back shocks are so much better right now.
Yes.
Because that would have just slammed again.
Finally.
Yeah. So, now that we have made it the 160 miles.
Confessions.
And what?
Confessions? Is this what's happening?
This would be confessions. So the sway arm was broken, dear, and when it swang down and you heard the rattle in the car, if I were to turn too tight this way, going faster than 5, maybe 10 miles an hour, we could have shredded our tire.
That's not safe.
No. But that's why I slowed down on all the turns and stuff. But literally, there was bare metal hanging in the wheel well that if we had turned too tight, the tire would have shredded while we were driving.
This guy likes to live dangerously.
I don't like to live dangerously. I like to keep you from worrying too much about things. And that's why I didn't tell you about that. I did have a dream last night, though, that the tire shredded. I was like, and we were still 60 miles from Les Schwab at that point, and I literally had a dream that the tire shredded and I had to carry 2 tires on my back.
You know
I don't know why I had to carry 2 tires, because only one of them shredded. But anyway.
That's just karma for keeping your wife in the dark.
You're welcome. I mean, can you imagine you worrying for 160 miles about that?
You know what's silly about that is we have AAA. Like, we could have just gotten a tow there, but we got there. I guess we saved a tow.
Yeah, we're kind of running out of tows here on AAA. I think they give you only a couple.
Oh, we didn't get a tow that one time. We just had them come out.
Yeah,
so it was 2. It was a
technically
service
a tow?
call, and then,
Yeah.
so we used up 2 in less than a year.
Yeah.
And I don't think we've ever used AAA for ourselves before. I think we've used it for, like, we have it, but you can use it with somebody you're with. So.
What do you mean, before that?
Yeah.
I did lock my keys outside of my car once.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
came and unlocked it.
So, if you're doing van life, tips from us: get AAA. It's worth it.
Or something similar.
Or something similar. And invest in good struts or shocks.
And tires.
And tires. That's been our hiccups mechanically on the road so far.
Yeah. It's a hot one today. Oof. Well, it was 100 degrees when we left town not too long ago, probably about 45 minutes ago. And now it is 73. We're in the shade. And we are at camp. We thought we were gonna get lucky and get us the spot up there with a nice view of Pikes Peak. That's Pikes Peak right there. I guess we still kind of got a nice view. But instead we got this spot. It's just for the night. And she made it all right. It's kind of a rough road getting in. Kind of a lot of garbage here, probably because we're close to a town.
big city. But we made it. We survived 100 and some odd miles with no sway bar link and the potential to shred our tire at any moment.
We're here to adventure another day.
Yes, we are here to adventure another day.
What do you do? Your camera worked today. He forgot his ADD pill today.
I did, and I can tell.
And it's just driving me crazy. He's like, the whole ride here, I'm trying to look something up on my
Look over here! Look over there! That was me the entire ride.
You're him.
And she was busy, you know, working. I love you. Well, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we will see you on the next adventure. And hopefully Opal will make it.
Bye now.
Bye now.